Alrighty, what is up, everybody? So the topic of discussion on a lot of forums and Reddit posts and whatnot, really in the crypto space right now, the topic of discussion is Shiba Inu coin with its recent addition to Coinbase and the movement upward that we've been seeing. A lot of people have been wondering, is it going to crash? When is it going to crash? How hard is it going to crash? And if it isn't going to crash, how high can it go? So what is the potential on Shiba coin? So what we're going to be doing is taking a purely technical look at it, technical analysis only, all emotions aside, and anything other than technical analysis. This means press releases, news releases, social media releases, and other people's opinion are being thrown out the door. We're looking at this from a purely technical standpoint. So the first thing I look for in any of these charts is an obvious bullish or bearish divergence, and that gives me a technical idea of where it's going to go. Now, one thing that I did want to notice, or I did want to note for you guys, is on the price action between this point and this point, we have an obvious decline. However, on the Wilder's Index or the RSI between the same time, we have this forming a higher high. Now, when we have a lower low and a higher high forming like this, that is a bearish divergence, and that speaks, at least in the short term, to somewhat of a downtrend. Now, that is not saying for certain it's going to go down. That's not saying, in my opinion, it's going to go down. That is saying, technically speaking, when you see a bearish divergence between the price action and the RSI or Wilder's Index, look for some downside. That's all I'm saying. Now, what we can do is we can actually take our Fibonacci extension, and the way this works is it takes 3 points. So we want to have the actual start of the run-up, we want to have the highest peak that this run-up reached, which would be right there, and we want to have the line of support that we found at this double bottom right here at 2054. Now, what this is going to do is this is going to tell us, well, if we do continue up, how high can we go? Now, the other thing I want to put on this is the actual Fibonacci retracement, and this is only going to take 2 points, the first 2 points that we used in our extension. And I'm going to draw it out here so we can see. Now you can see here we did actually break below this Fibonacci retracement, which means we did not bounce off of one of the lines, which is perfectly fine, but we can set a couple points or plot a couple points based on this. So let me grab a line here. Now, to the downside, if we do start to see this fall when we hit a resistance, which we may start to see around 3055. So I'm going to plot that 3055 line as a line of resistance. Now, if we do hit that line and start to break back down, where could we fall in a worst case scenario? Well, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be plotting these lines along this Fibonacci retracement, and then we can go ahead and actually remove the retracement. Go ahead and see here. Or maybe it's not going to let me remove it. So what we can see is on our way down, if we do start to fall, we're going to be looking for resistance at the 1828, the 1372, and the 779 mark. Now, if we hit one of these marks and we see something like a bullish divergence forming between our price action and our Wilder's Index, that will be the point where myself and many, many others looking at technical analysis will be looking for an entry. Now, just to clean this up, I am going to remove all drawings here, and I'm just going to throw back the Fibonacci extension, and this is going to let us know, well, okay, so we took a look and we saw if we do start to drop, that is our points of where are we going to buy in, or where are we going to look for a reversal to the upside with a couple other indicators like a bullish divergence forming. Okay, so we know what we're looking for on the downside, but what are we looking for on the upside if by chance this double bottom was our actual bottom and we are not going to be going any lower? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this chart up here, and we can use this Fibonacci extension to set points in the other direction. Just like the Fibonacci retracement let us set points below, the Fibonacci extension will let us set points above. So if we do break through the resistance, and I will replot this, it will be right around there at 3055 to 3085. If we do break that point, how far can we go, at least in the next push, right? Because no chart just goes straight up. You go straight up, you have pullbacks, and then you continue further, or you break down and collapse below the previous support, which we know is right here at 2052. So let me plot that line in there as well. This is our previous support. This is the next major resistance. So we can bounce along inside this corridor for a while. Of course, if we break down, we know what to look for, but if we break up, there's a few points that we want to look for. And the next is going to be this resistance at 3413. And if we break above the top, there is a small resistance corridor here between 3413 and 3525. But if we do break above that, there's 3 price points that we want to look at. Now, I believe that this retracement at 61% will pretty much be irrelevant if we break through that, meaning 4189 is going to be the next stop if we break higher. Now, if we break above that 4189, we are in blue sky, uncharted territory for Shiba coin, and the next will be 4774 at a full 100% extension from our previous bottom, which means that is a full double up. Now after that, this is going to be the most hopeful and really the most unlikely for one full push at 6449. So let me go ahead and actually drag this chart down here a little bit and show you what this may look like. So let me grab a drawing tool here. Now it really depends once we reach this line right here. Now if we break above, I believe we will find some resistance here, and we could see a movement like that. Now at this point right here is where it becomes questionable, because we are in that blue sky, completely uncharted territory for Shiba coin. We could do something like this before pushing higher, or from this point we could break back down, but I will be doing an update video when we reach that point, or when we reach a lower point. So are you invested in Shiba coin? Leave a comment down below and let me know. I personally pulled all of mine out right before it hit Coinbase. That was a big mistake, but I've made it before, and it's okay. You live, you learn, you keep going. But I just wanted to release this video to show you what I feel, rather not what I feel, but what the technical analysis shows Shiba coin could be doing on the price action, and also the volume coming in or subsiding a little bit. So if you found help in this video, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, and I will catch you next time.